Well, I'm a licensed psychologist. I've been in private practice for 30 plus years. Um, I'm a little unique in that I have both a clinical practice and a corporate practice. And in this corporate practice, I'm an executive coach and leadership development specialist and help create healthy company cultures, things like that. Um, I've become an advanced higher brain living facilitator, and I own a Awaken Higher Brain Living Center. You know, when I first heard about higher brain living, I met Dr. Cotton. He was the presenter, and everything he said, made perfect sense to me from my own professional experience and education and practice. And what really triggered it for me was when I saw the live demonstrations and the responses in the people, and then we got to ask them questions and hear their life stories and hear their experience. And I intellectually and intuitively just knew there was something to this that I just had to explore more. And as I did, I was just so thoroughly impressed, I decided I've got to get trained in this and become a part of this. Sometime before that, I had felt this growing desire to bring the level of my work to a higher level in the sense of reaching more people, making a bigger positive impact on individuals, as well as humanity as a whole. And of course, with that, I wanted to make more income. And with meeting Dr. Cotton and seeing this opportunity, that was absolutely there, and the sky was the limit in both arenas. Another one of the primary factors that really compelled me to get involved was I saw these very quick, very positive, sustainable, positive changes in people. And then as I got involved, I not only experienced some personally myself, but I saw them in clients and clients of other facilitators, that this in fact was happening. Quick, positive, lasting shifts in people. And higher brain living has to do with changing the whole person's life from the inside out. So one of the exciting things is that when the higher brain gets energized and we shift the center of gravity from lower brain to higher brain, whatever you bring that higher brain to gets improved, right? So Bob, for instance, after 6 sessions, found the woman of his life. He's in his early 30s. He decided it's time to really connect with someone and settle down. And it was this one of these miraculous things. This person he knew for years, but had lost touch with, reemerges, they reconnect, and it falls together, and it's wonderful. In addition to that, and interestingly enough, this woman of his life isn't thrilled with his smoking, and he's been a smoker his whole life. He decides he's going to quit, and by the 11th session, he quits and has quit, and is saying it's been the easiest ever in his whole life to quit. Richard, again, someone in his mid-30s roughly, without dieting, he lost 30 pounds. He quit smoking. And in fact, it's kind of funny. He was saying he loved to smoke and did not intend to quit smoking, but he just found that he couldn't smoke anymore because it just, his higher brain kicked in and it just looked yucky to him and it didn't make sense. And when he tried to smoke, it tasted horrible. So he quit smoking even though he didn't want to. And also his drinking, he was not an alcoholic, but he was a drinker, went down to 1 drink an evening or an occasion. In addition to that, he got real clear about his authentic self and where he wanted to go in his life, and he made some major career shifts, and he feels just totally elated about the kind of work and career direction he's in right now. Allison is very interesting. She's a single woman in her mid-50s, has had decades-old back pain related to an injury, a spinal injury, in her 30s, I believe, or maybe even late 20s. Since her first or second session, she has had no back pain, and she's about at her 11th or 12th session at this point. And she's just totally amazed that she has no back pain anymore. James is an interesting story. Was this kind of macho, tough guy that he thought that was him. And all of a sudden, without any, there's no counseling or, insight therapy or anything that goes with higher brain living. You just have these sessions and go through the guidebook and you begin to see what you need to see. He suddenly talks about how he realizes who he really is and that that's not him. He's not this macho guy with this macho personality, and he begins to shift. that also helped him dramatically emotionally resolve a marital breakup that he was in the midst of. And then also he got insight into career direction and is beginning to change his career and is very inspired about moving in a new direction in his life financially and career-wise. Julia is a person who about a month after she started Higher Brain Living, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She went through traditional breast cancer treatment as well as some non-traditional that she used, and went into remission in half the time that the doctors expected, and they were amazed. And she said, well, isn't this what you expected? And he said, yes, but not this quick. We expected this, like in 8-9 months, not in 4 months. And it was basically 3 to 4 months that she went into remission. Janine is a person who struggles with obsessive thinking and anxiety. She began to talk about, oh my gosh, I feel calm inside. And of course, then her confidence came back. She actually had to leave a high-level professional job in a corporation because of her anxiety that just became debilitating. Well, that's gone away, and her career and job performance has improved now. And she's, probably 10, 15 sessions into the process. So who knows what the potential is as she goes from there. So this list of successes just goes on and on and on. People reducing and eliminating addictions, migraine headaches going away, all kinds of physical things improving or disappearing. So that part of the physical dimension changing is just very inspiring. Now, obviously, when you look at this from a business and professional standpoint, you feel good about your professional work, the results you're getting, your reputation improves, referrals improve, and that translates, of course, into increased income, increased opportunities. So after 30 years of my own private practice, I'm, in a sense, completely leaving that to devote the lion's share of my professional and personal attention, actually, to this work in Higher Brain Living. My income potential has tripled. I love being free from the whole insurance third-party reimbursement entanglement and having insurance companies tell you how much and what you can do with people when you're the professional who knows what you can do. I love the holistic aspect of it, where it treats, or not so much treats, but enhances all these dimensions of a person's life. As a therapist, I could not guarantee results with my clients, otherwise that would be considered unethical and I would lose my license. With Higher Brain Living, I have the great joy and pleasure to tell my clients I guarantee results with this program or your money back. And my license is not jeopardized because I'm not doing it as a part of a therapeutic treatment program. And in virtually every case, the clients are positive and grateful to see the possibility, then to experience the sessions, and then of course when they see those results in their lives, they're just even more positive and grateful. How great is that in terms of an ideal work experience, where you got these smiling, positive people coming in and getting more positive, and of course you're getting more positive along the way too. And of course that's going to translate into greater financial reward as well.